we're fortunate we get to just be in the presence of folks who really know who they are, know who their communities are, and lead a life of selfless sacrifice and truly make a difference. To encounter those folks, those individuals, they're not rare, fortunately, but when you come across one of the stature of Leonard Papania, it makes you take a step back and realize how blessed you are to have them as a friend and as a leader in the community. I have not come across a police chief who has not just the best interest, because they all have the best interests of their communities, but to be able to articulate what the needs are, to embrace the community, and to give back of themselves, and to have a wife that would stand behind them and give them the support at home so they could do the very difficult and necessary job over a remarkable career is nothing short of monumental, Leonard. I couldn't be more proud, and I'm grateful to have you as a friend, much less as a leader. But your ability to communicate our police and city mission to our community and have them respond as they have to you is something that is going to be hallmark and something that we all look towards for example and inspiration in the years to come. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very proud of you. Thank you. I'm going to read this mayoral proclamation, and I know the council also has a proclamation that they'll be providing, but I want to have this for the record. Whereas Chief Leonard Papania was born in Gulfport, Mississippi to Bernard and Estelle Papania. And whereas Chief Papania was educated in the Catholic school system and graduated from St. John High School, he furthered his educational career at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College and the University of Southern Mississippi, receiving a BS in criminal justice. Whereas he married the love of his life, Angela, in 1990, and they are the parents of 3 sons, Nicholas, James, Bennett, and 1 daughter, Rosemary, Rosie. And they are the grandparents to 1 very precious granddaughter, Evelyn. And whereas Chief Papania began his legacy of public service in April 1991 as a reserve police officer, he served in this role for 3 years before joining the force in November 1994 as a patrol officer. 2 years later, he became a member of the proactive unit targeting high crime areas in our city. And in 1997, he became an investigator with the Narcotics Division. He was appointed to the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics Task Force in 1999 and served as an agent on the DEA Task Force through Gulf Coast. HIDTA, what does that stand for? HIDTA. Yeah, we don't know what it stands for, but it's HIDTA. Drug Enforcement Administration. Yeah, I got you, yeah. Whatever. Whereas in December 2001, he was appointed as a member of the Sniper Team, Special Weapons and Tactics. Within 12 months, he was again recognized and promoted to the rank of sergeant over the Professional Standards Division. He served in that role for a little over 2 years when he was promoted to lieutenant, officer in charge of the same division, conducted administrative internal investigations and management of the Professional Standards Unit, where he was universally hated. Whereas he was tapped to serve as commander of the Bureau of Operations in February 2006, where he led and managed 150 sworn and civilian employees and was responsible for all aspects of the enforcement operations. 3 years later, in July of 2009, he was sworn in as Deputy Chief of Police, preparing and managing the department's budget, overseeing of the daily operations, and serving alongside former Chief Alan Weatherford. And whereas, after 29 years of public service with the city of Gulfport, Chief Papania's remarkable leadership capabilities were recognized when he was sworn in to lead the men and women of Mississippi's greatest police force and was appointed Chief of Police in May 2013. And whereas he has brought dignity, professionalism, respect, and a genuine human approach to the handling of the day-to-day public safety issues to the city of Gulfport, and whereas Chief Papania's accomplishments and commitment to the citizens of Gulfport, Mississippi will never be forgotten, and his legacy will continue to thrive in our community long after his retirement. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Billy Hughes, Mayor of the City of Gulfport, Mississippi, along with the members of the City Council, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, August 18, 2020, as Chief Leonard Papania Day.
I'm sure Angel's looking forward to having this time of getting a little bit of that family time back together. Free labor. But we just, from the fire department, want to present this plaque to Leonard because he has been such a warrior for public safety in the police department in our community, and we're proud to be associated with Leonard.
All thank you very much. She has truly gotten me so far along in life. I was able to give a lot of attention to this job because she always held it down at the house. To the police staff and every Gulfport police officer, thank you. Y'all made me look like I did something, and I do appreciate all y'all's support. And it is, somebody asked how I felt when I saw the placement of people coming up. We're going to be fine. You can expect a better and a better police department. To the council, I am one of the lucky chiefs in the United States. My city government has always backed me. I think of all the crazy stuff I did and all the times I've asked y'all to support. I opened my own dog pound once, Heather, and y'all have always stood with me for that. I greatly appreciate it. Look around the nation and I see how some of the chiefs have to leave office, and it's not pretty. To be able to go like this, it's a blessing, and that's because of the community we live in. So to all of you all, in the community, thank you, and thank you for all your support.